Easy. Oh my god! Welcome back to Iron Completionist, the series where I'm aiming to fill the collection log and do all of the completable, non-repeatable content in RuneScape. This episode is without a doubt going to be the pinnacle of this entire series. It is such a big milestone for me that I don't even want to put a sponsor on this video, as I wanted it to just be purely RuneScape content. This is well over 100 hours of progress, and I promise you, you're not going to want to miss a single second of it. But that being said, keeping this channel afloat without taking sponsors is really hard to do, so if you guys would like to support me directly, feel free to do so via Patreon or by clicking the join button down below. Let's get started. It's about that time again, when I go to next and probably get disappointed. I might actually be trioing today instead of duoing, because my duo partner and I are so dry that we're convinced that maybe duos are just actually broken. So, might be doing trios today if we can find a third. And I died.
Wow.
That's... cool. Cool. Alright, here we go. Congrats, Matt, on the VAMs.
Dude, if I come in and get a drop, I'm gonna be mad.
Right here, I believe. We could fucking hit it. Jesus Christ.
And... dead.
VAMs, let's go. Huge. Oh!
Let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go!
Oh my god!
Finally, dude.
Let's go, dude. Genuinely, I think you're right. I actually think that duos are fucking cursed.
Oh, I don't have
Yeah, they are, dude.
Yo, that's actually kind of nice, too, because I can just throw those here, and then I don't have to worry about these ancient VAMs anymore. Yeah, I'll be 100% honest. I would have preferred something that's not the most common drop first, because I know I'm going to get a duplicate now. But they are really good.
Wow, that was so close to back to back.
You fucking really had to throw the rune sword in there on the last trip. Oh my god. This is just a reminder to people that I do take splits, but also when I get drops, I also give splits. It's just, I don't generally get drops. So you guys don't usually see me giving the gold back to people a lot of the time. But yeah, so that's a 55 mil split for the other two people in my group. And now I can talk about the VAMs. Alright, so let's talk about this for a second. These are actually super huge. And I'll tell you guys why. First of all, Zerite Vam Braces alone, they give some range strength and some pretty decent stats. Like, you know, 18 range accuracy, defense doesn't really matter too much, and 2 range strength. And comparatively, the best in slot I was using prior was Barrow's Gloves, which are obviously a bit more defensive, but I lose out on a decent bit of accuracy and strength. So these are just very nice. The other reason that they're really good too is because since it's the last of the 3, I guess like the glove trifecta, whatever you want to really call this here, I was already taking Barrow's Gloves in pretty much every piece of endgame content. I was always taking a Ferocious Glove swap, a Tormented Bracelet swap, and Barrow's Gloves. But now, Barrow's Gloves are just replaced by Zerite Vam Braces, so it's not like it's going to necessarily cost me an extra inventory slot in almost any situation. It's just good. The one and only unfortunate thing about this is that I'm you know, no longer have the meme. I guess that's the main unfortunate thing. 2,356 Nihil shards is what it took. Again, the drop rate is 1 in 350 shards, so I was around 7 times the drop rate for an item, and we are still long overdue to get pretty much every other item in here. The Zerite Vam Braces are unfortunately the most common, so I'm kind of expecting to see some duplicates because of that. I was really hoping to get the Horn first, but honestly, Zerite Vams was the second thing that I wanted, since it is the most impactful behind the Horn, so this is really fucking nice, man. I'm so happy with this. This is a fantastic thing to have. And it's honestly motivated me to do a little bit more next. Hopefully now that maybe the floodgates are open and we start to get some more drops. I kind of just keep staring at the VAMs because I'm so happy to finally have a next drop, to be honest. But that isn't the main purpose of this video. In the last one, I mentioned that I wanted to do something special. And if I go here and open up my combat achievements, you'll see that it's been a long time since I've actually opened this page. So long, actually, that I don't think I've looked at it since the point system revision. So you can see I have easy, medium, hard, and elite diaries already fully completed, but you don't have to do that anymore. Now, assignments or like the tasks give you points instead, so I can do a mix of master and grandmaster tasks to get to the next tier. There's a lot of stuff in here that I've been really putting off or just don't want to do, but now I can mix and match tasks and just come back to the remaining ones when I'm ready to finish up the entire Grandmaster Diary. So, not really sure what I'm going to start with yet, but I'll take a look and figure it out. To be honest, I'm not sure how I don't have this task, but I guess this has something to do with the fact that you can't get it in CM. But I'm going to just take a look and pick like one task at a time. We're just going to start blowing through them. So I'm going to start off by doing the Grandmaster tasks that I feel like are most doable for me, because like I said, I ignored pretty much all of these up until this point. The first one, kill Kriara while only using a salamander. This'll probably be interesting. Fun fact, I don't have any salamanders in my bank, so the first thing I have to do is actually go catch a salamander. I can confidently say that I don't think any of you expected the first use of the Zerate Vambraces to be killing Kriara with a black salamander. I think the most interesting part about these tasks is actually going to be figuring out a gear setup, so yeah. That it? Hey, there we go. Actually, it wasn't even that bad, to be honest. 6 points. Cool. I'm just going to tally out with the little thing here. Yeah, that one was really not bad. I don't know why that's a Grandmaster task. There's like a good handful of points from unlift stuff in the Master and Grandmaster, so I guess I'm going to try and get some of these down real quick. I'm actually, like, after looking at all these tasks, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this without doing a lot of, like, TOB. But, I'll see if I can maybe make it happen. Alright, so there's a couple of normal gauntlet ones that I guess I might as well go for first. I'm not gonna lie, I've been trying to get this gauntlet, like Corrupted Gauntlet speed task for like 2 hours. I'm gonna take a break. I'll come back later. This is actually full tilted me. I'm gonna move over here and start doing the Zarket Rack challenges. I don't know how many of these I've done, if any, on this account yet, but there's quite a few tasks here, so I feel like I can knock out at least a good handful of them. Oh my god. Whoa. That was rough. I mean, that's 2 master tasks done at once, which is cool. You know how long that took? 12 minutes. And that's the successful attempt. There were so many unsuccessful attempts before that, but 12 minutes of prayer flicking. Oh my god. Now this is kind of the stuff I was referencing when I was talking about the Twisted Bow being, or I guess in this case also the Tunic and Shadow, being incredibly good here. I don't know if I can really do either of these in less than 3 minutes feasibly, or without having anything in my inventory, because of how slow I kill the Jads. I could potentially do them if I get lucky, or if I get insanely good at prayer flicking for this one, but I'm not entirely sure if I'll be able to do either of them. There is a Grandmaster task to complete the 6th challenge that I might come back to, and then the 5th and 6th back-to-back, which I guess technically could potentially be doable, but that's it's going to be a bit of a tough one for the same reason. I'm just in there for a substantially longer time than someone with a Twisted Bow would be, so I don't know. I'll probably come back to these. We got a few knocked out. Let's see if we can find any other pretty easy ones to do. I spotted a couple of Warcath ones that seem pretty doable. This one is just I have to do the Wook's Walk with a blowpipe, and I just haven't done that in a long time, so I'll just do one ranged kill. And kill Vork 10 times without leaving. I imagine I can probably do that pretty easily with a Lance and a Blood Fury, and just a bunch of, like, prayer potions. So I'll probably do that. Oh, are you kidding me? Now, I was looking at my personal best and noticed it's 55 seconds. And there's a Grand Master task for Vork that is actually get a 54-second kill. I think if I try, I might be able to get that. So since I'm kind of like already on the whole like Vork thing, I'm gonna go get a range switch and see if I can do it. I think the play is just start with range, try and get some ruby bolts, and if you get a good start, go for dragon claw specs. I think that's just the play. I've been just like resetting Vork over and over and over again. I think I've only actually killed it about 3 times in the past 90 minutes, just because those are the only 3 times I felt like I had a good enough start to actually potentially get the kill. So, it was a little draining.
No, fucking 1 second off.
Yes, it counted! Yes, it counted! I can't believe it counted. Let's go. So the next thing I'm doing is actually heading up here to Konar. I'm going to re-enable a couple of tasks here, and even though this is really not efficient with my current block list since it's still based for wilderness stuff, I want to see if I can get myself like a Slayer task for either a God Wars boss or maybe a Jad task or something. Actually, I don't think I can get Jad tasks here, but that's okay. I'll figure that out later. There we go. That's one of the ones I actually really wanted to get. Hydras. That's kind of why I'm at Konar. After this, I'll probably move to, like, Durdel to see if I can maybe get a Jad task there. But there are a few tasks at Hydra that I would like to try to knock out. So now that I have the task, let's go do that. So there's a few tasks here. Some of them are really easy. This one, kill the Hydra without empowering it. That I'm pretty sure it's just kill it properly. So that shouldn't really be an issue. Flame Skipper, this is just a DPS check. Hopefully I can just beat the DPS check. Same with Speed Chaser. And then No Pressure is using Darox to kill it, which is going to definitely take a good handful of attempts, but I should be able to do it eventually. You know, luckily for me, as an Iron Man, I do also have full Darox, so I don't have to just swing at it with a Darox Great Axe, which actually, ironically, might be more DPS while not using the Darox set. I have no fucking idea. So I'm going to try melee, because I feel like without the Twisted Bow, this is probably going to be my best bet for DPS. If it ends up being not super amazing, I can always switch to the Dragon Hunter crossbow, and I have a ton of spare Dragon Bolts right now, so I can always, you know, throw some of those together. But I'm going to try this first. There's the Master task for mixing correctly done. It's definitely the easiest one to get for sure. So you might be wondering, Dabe, why the heck are you running to Nightmare now? You were just doing Hydra. Well, when I mentioned to my friend that I was actually doing these combat tasks, he suggested I join the Discord called Iron Gear. When I joined, I was really surprised. The Discord is super put together. They have a bunch of tips on gearing and how to kill certain bosses as Iron Men, and they also have an entire section dedicated to helping people complete combat achievements, whether that's with tips or with you literally finding teams or paying for teams to do certain and difficult achievements for you. So these guys help me a lot. I'm going to put their link to their Discord on screen and in the description. They're not paying me, they were just super helpful. So if you ever see me doing stuff with other people, it's probably with them, because let's be real, who the heck else is going to be doing normal nightmare speed tasks except them? Hey. Yeah, I was out of food, so. More group stuff later. Back to Hydra now. Alright, time for a death montage, because this one's probably going to take a while. Hydra with Darox, and less than 10 HP. Let's get it. The only task I have left at Hydra is the 120 speed task, which I might come back to if I'm really desperate. It's possible without bow, but hard. Alright, next on the list I have 2 master tasks here at Kriara. These don't seem too bad, just kill it with chins, which is what you do normally. And this one I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be freeze the melee minion and just shoot the boss down, probably. So I'll bring the ability to hopefully do both of those in one trip. I'm going to take this time to remind you guys that you're not even 15 minutes into this video yet, but a lot has already happened and the best is still yet to come. So make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's much appreciated. Let's get back into it. And I'm an idiot. I forgot you have to be in the private instance to get credit for these tasks, so I have to do this again. Alright, that one was incredibly annoying because for some stupid reason, you can't target the boss at all. It's not just do the chin method normally, you just can't target the boss at all, which is how you normally do the chin method, so that's a little obnoxious. There we go, Master Combat Task, swoop no more. Alright, that's the 2 Kriara Master Tasks that I had left, so I'm going to save the Grandmaster one, which involves killing a ton of Kree in one trip, and I'll probably try that if I get an Aviancy task. Alright, since we're already on the trend of God Wars, I figure I might as well head over to Commander Ziliana next. There's a handful of tasks here, but there is only one master task, which is pretty free. Private instance, don't attack her directly, so just chin, which actually used to be the meta way back in the day. I don't know if any of you played back then. But if we then go over to all the combat diaries, go to our incomplete ones, there are 2 Grandmasters, Animal Whisperer, which is the one I'm going to be trying to do. Basically, it's just Prayer Flick the boss, which I've never done, but I figure I can maybe learn it. And Peach Conjurer, which is 50 kills without leaving, which is not something I want to do right now, as that's a huge time investment, but I want to try Animal Whisperer and see if I can get that one down. So I'm actually going to go in my tankier setup for this instead of my Crystal Armor, because the task isn't for not making any mistakes with Prayer Flicking, it's for taking no damage. So even if I mess up this way, I might be able to tank 1 or 2 hits. Didn't get the combat achievement yet, but I did get a magic seed, so that's nice. Yeah, there we go. Animal Whisperer. Okay, nice. I definitely did tank a few hits in there to get that one done at the start, but I did good after that, so I'll take that 6 points, thank you. Now with this one, I think I'm going to actually abuse something I totally should have done on the other boss, which is go to Ziliana, swap left click, walk here. So now I literally cannot left click the boss, and I'm going to swap left click to reset on Starlight, and this way every time I left click it's always going to be Starlight, and I can never actually directly target the boss. Alright, that should be that task done, and I even remembered to reset it so that I don't just spam left click and run through the boss next time I actually come here. So that is 11 points at Ziliana, and that was actually pretty quick. I am pretty happy with that, and I have... Okay, I do have a teleport out. Nice. I'm happy. So looking at the tasks I've left, a lot of them are group related, so I'm probably going to have to find a team here soon. But some of these TOA ones are actually doable solo. And I saw this one, Chompington, and I thought this would be kind of fun to do. It's just kill Zebek using a melee, so I kind of want to try that. The reason I'm kind of hyping up that Iron Gear Discord so much is because, in case you guys haven't looked at the Master or Grandmaster tasks, a lot of these require to be in teams of 2 or more, and then there's the Chambers tasks that are certain team sizes, there's the TOB tasks, which are borderline impossible to solo, and once someone has the achievements done, you know, why would they want to go back and do them all again or help some other person do them again? So having a group of people that's willing to help others do it is fantastic and a great resource to take advantage of. Also, hey, we're sub 200 points to Master now, so we've been making a pretty good dent so far. But this one actually doesn't specify Expert mode, so I'm going to try doing it on just like a 150, because that should make it way easier. Okay, that was super easy. Super easy. Free 5 points. Alright, so I'm over at Chambers of Xeric now because I'm just bouncing around through ones I feel like I can do. Like I said, a lot of these tasks require teams, but this one is do a solo raid with 40,000 points. I've never actually done this before, but on the board over here, there's actually an option to tick this large raids thing, which basically just gives you an extended raid layout. And when you're soloing, this is generally not worth doing, but I guess I'm going to try it for this combat achievement. So 40k points in a solo raid, let's look for a good layout. So I may have overshot the amount of points I needed to get by a little bit. 46,000 points in a solo raid. No, it's not a 1+1. I just farmed Vasa for a very long time, but that is the putting it on the line task. Honestly, you really just need to find a raid with a Vasa. I accidentally even messed up and didn't even find a raid with 2 ropes. I just sat at Vasa for about 10 minutes. Well, I'm not showing every task anymore, especially some of the group ones that are pretty straightforward, but looking at a spot that I have a lot of remaining stuff that's pretty obviously solo is actually just fight caves, like doing a bunch of these Jad achievements. I feel like I can knock out a couple of them in just a single run, so I'm gonna go ahead and try. They're kind of weird though, like don't get attacked by a bat, don't let Jad heal at all. They're pretty weird, so I might need to actually look up some stuff on how to do these. So there's actually a really specific tile that you can see I marked here. You have to lure Jad to a certain part of the room, stand on this specific tile, and none of the healers will actually be able to reach him through you. The problem is this tile's in melee range, which is a little awkward, but it's really not that bad if you've done Jad before. So I haven't gotten hit by a bat yet. This should stop all the healers. Let's see if I get these achievements. None of these should reach him. There we go. That is Jad down. That should be like a lot of tasks there. Right? Hello? What? So, fun fact, and heads up to anyone else doing combat achievements. Turns out you can't pause the waves, otherwise you don't get the achievements. I don't know if this also applies in Inferno, but I paused the waves and had to restart by world hopping, and because of that, I not only didn't get the achievements for the waves, I didn't get any of the Jad achievements either. So that doesn't make any sense to me, but I guess I have to redo the entire fight caves and do all of those combat achievements a second time. Okay, so clearly none of them healed. There we go. Alright, so I guess you just literally can't world hop when you're doing these tasks, which I really wish they would have listed on the actual task, because that would have saved me 40 minutes of time, but that is 2 master tasks and a grandmaster task in one fight cave run. Admittedly, this took far more skips than I was really hoping for. In fact, I blew through like almost 1,000 points, but I finally get a task that's actually related to the combat achievements, which is Avian Seas. And I can go do some stuff at Kriara with this. There is actually one task, mainly, that I need to do, and that would be Feather Hunter, which is get 30 kills without leaving the room. Now, I'm not sure if I can actually do this, but I'll try. I don't really feel like doing Kriara right now, though, and that's only one Grandmaster task, and I still have quite a few points to go for, so I'm going to try some other stuff first. Kriara isn't exactly the task I was hoping to get, but it's still definitely going to help that task a lot. Time for me to get some experience and hopefully some combat tasks at a boss I've never really done before, the Phantom Muspa. I have pretty much no experience here, like 50 kills on my main, but I'm going to start with killing it with a Black Salamander. That was freaking brutal. That was a 8.5 minute kill. Oh my god. Alright, well, I managed to get that master task done. I did not think it would be that difficult. I'm going to go for the Surround Muspa one next, and then I'm going to see if I can maybe try and eke out the 10 kill trip, because those are both 5 points each as well. Is that how you do that one? Hey, okay, space is tight. That actually isn't really that bad. Problem is, I am very inexperienced at this boss, so getting the 10 kills in one trip might actually be a little bit tight. But, you know, we are still missing the Belzeddarr shard from here, so... And the bow itself, if I happen to get 5 shards, isn't that bad. Though I don't plan on being here that long, I'll give this a couple attempts. First of all, though, I just got offered to go do some more group content, so I'm going to do that since, you know, I can do the Muspa one by myself at any point. Alright, well, like I said, I was missing a lot of TOB tasks, so thanks to the help of the same people who have been helping me this entire time, I'm down to 78 points left. This is starting to seem a lot more feasible now, as a lot of the stuff that I'm missing is kind of doable. Most of it, anyway, is stuff that I can probably do, and then with a little bit more team effort, I should be able to get the master tasks done this video. Alright, so I've been putting this one off because I really don't want to be a huge dick. But, kill next while a player is coughing. Let's go to, next Mass World real quick and do this. Alright, woo, that one took longer than I thought it would take, actually. Thank you to, JordXD for helping me with this one. I asked for it, and, he offered to help. Back in the day, you used to get that combat achievement for just doing a kill on the Mass World. But, he actually helped me out by just standing on a very far-off tile so we didn't grief the rest of the people on the world, so shout out Jord. Alright, so there is a Grandmaster task for doing the 6 Jad challenge, so I'm going to go ahead and see if I can manage to do that. I did it once on my main, but that was with a bow, so it was a lot faster. Even though it's going to be less DPS, I actually think I'm going to switch gear because Crystal Armor is like paper, dude. Like, the defenses on this gear are just so low that I think having any increased defense should help me quite a bit. well, there's the 5 Jad challenge completed. Took a minute. That was 13 minutes. That's really slow. That's really slow. I did not realize how big of an impact the T-bow made here, but it's apparently a pretty big difference. So the 6 Jad challenge is probably going to take like 20 minutes. Lovely. Now, I could go back to using my Bofa, but I was just getting chunked. So, I don't know. I'll figure it out, I guess. Alright, I've been here for like 2 freaking hours, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just gonna take a break. Just to kind of take a break from the monotony. In between doing group tasks, I think I'm gonna just go maybe try and send a Zulrah kill until I can maybe get a 54-second one. It's gonna be really difficult, but it's definitely possible. But speaking of group tasks, I was just invited back to do a little bit of Chambers speed runs, which I've never really done before since I pretty much only soloed Chambers since coming back to this account and the Combat Diaries being released. So a lot of these should be pretty free. Alright, that is a double task, a Master and a Grand Master for me.
To those of you who don't know, I got hacked. I lost a Twisted Bow and my entire bank.
But in terms of like wilderness-related things... No way! Holy fuck! What the fuck? Oh my... No way! No fucking way! What? Just got a Twisted Bow!
I feel deep.
Oh my god!
Oh my
No way! No fucking way!
I've just seen another Twisted Bow. I don't know if it's better or not, but...
Oh! No way! No way!
I'm sorry.
Oh my god! Oh, I fucking called that!
No fucking way, Sam. Did you actually? Yo, congrats, man. That's fucking amazing.
You don't even have a Warhammer! No fucking way! What? I fucking hate you so fucking much. I hate you so much! Are you serious? Oh my fucking god! Yeah, that's my 5th Mega Rare, 4th Kodai. Oh my god! Serious? Are you fucking kidding me? Holy fuck, dude! Oh, my wife is on a fucking virtual appointment upstairs and she totally just heard me screaming up top of the What?
YouTube.
Dude, I didn't even see it pop up because I got the achievements. So I thought you were just fucking with me. What?
Let's go.
That's fucking
I don't.
Simon Dave can get a T-bow.
What? Bro,
That's actually
bro,
hilarious.
I'm fucking shaking, dude. What
Hold
the
on.
fuck?
Fine.
I had 14,000 points. Like, I do all these fucking raids, dude. I've done 3,500 fucking raids between my accounts, and I get it on the raid with 14k points.
Listen, I would not be complaining.
I'm definitely not, dude. I have been sitting here in complete disbelief for probably like 15 minutes, and these guys have all been sitting here with me. You don't hear it in the voice clip too, but we just did the CM task. This is a normal Chambers speed run. We just finished the CM one, go straight to the normal one, and one of them was sitting there like, wouldn't it be funny if Dabe got a T-bow this raid? And then they start screaming, and I don't see it at first because both of the combat tasks were popping up on my screen. And then I see the collection log Twisted Bow pop up. And oh my god, man. That's just... I'm in so much disbelief. I actually... This is the only time I'll ever say this. This changes everything. Also, these guys are just helping me get these times, but I did tip them all for my main. I gave them all 200 mil each. So, you know, I didn't want to be a dick. Seeing a twisted bow in front of someone and not getting anything is just kind of a dick move. So again, I'm also going to take another time to mention, if you guys haven't checked out the Discord that I've said before is helping me do these tasks, go check them out. This was a first try Grandmaster CM and a first try normal mode CM time for 5-man. And, you know, a little twisted bow in there. So, needless to say, I am still freaking out. This is a nice little reward for working on the combat achievements, and we are only 34 points away now. Apparently, I had a lot of points in group content that I just did not realize. A lot of stuff at Tombs, a lot of stuff at Chambers, and there's a few more I might be doing in group, but there's also still those ones I've mentioned before, like the Phantom Muspa one, the 6 Jads one I now feel comfortable going back to, 54 Second Zolra, that I can definitely do on my own. And some of them should now be quite a lot easier. Just look at it, man. This is a huge motivational thing, because it means going back to even just Chambers itself should be way faster. Going back to Tombs of Amaska will be way faster. Next will be way better. Freaking, I don't know, I guess even TOB will be slightly better for some stuff, because I'm not an amazing TOB player. But, like, that's crazy. That's a game changer, man. It is an actual game changer. I do have 13.5 thousand Dragon Arrows. Don't know exactly where to use those compared to, like, Amethyst. But luckily, back in the day when I thought I was going to get not this unlucky on a T-bow, I made 80,000 Amethyst Arrows. So, we're chilling. I now have to change pretty much, like, all of my setup tabs, though, because they're all going to be very wrong. But that's okay. I'll figure that out in the future. Oh, 55! Ooh, 1 second off. If that's 100% on me. I could have taken my prayer off, avenged one hit there, and I would have had the time. So the way I'm going for this Zolra 54-second thing, by the way, is really sweaty. I am avenging, then I am spellbook swapping to the Arceus spellbook so that I can have a Thrall at the start of the kill, and I'm going for, like, all the little minimal extra hits. I have a ring swap. I have, like, full gear switches. It's kind of gross going for it, and honestly, it's kind of just like Vork. I'm leaving like 90% of the kills, and I'm constantly repotting, but we're getting there. I know I can get this one. Oh, that's another 55 seconds. Yeah, 1 second off, man. 1 second off. Oh, that's actually it. Really? That was a terrible rotation. I got it on the the literal worst rotation. Okay, I'll take it. 49 seconds. There we go. That's a Grandmaster task done. Hey, there we go. Triples in, how long was that? 244, and that was like my second try doing that. There's a free 5 points. I say free, but it's only free because I got the T-bow. Alright, there we go. There's another master task done. Supplies, who needs them? This was doing triple Jads with an empty inventory. Actually, again, just another DPS check. I did swap out for Ring of the Gods and Devout Boots on this one, and that actually helped a decent bit. But mostly it was just trying to maneuver the healer so they didn't just pump me down. Hey, there we go. That is the Master Combat task for 10 Muspa in one trip. I also genuinely believe I can get the sub 2 minute, which I believe is another task. But I actually have to leave some of this stuff on the ground. T-bow helps a lot. Definitely not needed for this one. But considering I only have 64 kills to the boss and like 20 kills on my main, not very experienced here, so that one's very nice. 13 points left. I don't know if I'm going to finish it out here. I still have a couple of group tasks that I can do that I might do to finish this off, but we're almost there. This is probably a very long video. Alright, well, I've whittled down a few more tasks, again, thanks to the people who have been helping me, and I have 2 points left. So there's a lot that I could do, but one of the ones that sticks out as an easier one to me is Perfect Bloat. So I'm going to give that one a go and see if we can do that without getting hit by flies or stunned. Could be it. We're committing. We're definitely committing, right? It should be it. Perfect Bloat. Yes, Perfect Bloat. Very nice. That is everything done. I don't know if my screen might have glitched out there because I'm taking a screenshot, but that is everything done. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk to Gommel over here, and let's go ahead and claim our combat achievement for the Master tier. Hopefully it works. Yes, it does work. Thank you so much for the point system. I will talk about all of this stuff in just a second here because this is there's a lot. The Master Tier gives you a lot of stuff. Alright, first of all, let's go ahead and throw this lamp into... Yeah, let's put it into agility. Why not? Bam, 35,000 experience. That's absolutely beautiful. Let's go ahead and just look at the rewards, which I didn't actually know this was a tab in here until I saw this in someone else's video. But I now have the Master Combat rewards. So, first of all, I got that XP lamp. I can get way more on Like a Boss stuff now, which is awesome. If I get a Jad or Zuck task, lol, like me ever going back to the Inferno is going to happen, I can get 2 of them instead of 1. This is actually really nice too, because I don't have the Jad pet yet. Obviously don't have the Zuck pet yet either, so it's an increased rate when you're on task. It's insanely helpful for that. I only need 25 KC to get into God Wars now, which is pretty huge. Ecumenical key thing is kind of I don't really care about that, but 25 KC is huge because we still have a lot of necks to grind out. Cheaper God Wars instances, and this is one of the biggest ones right here. Your thralls will last 50% longer. That is huge, man. Like, it seems like not a big deal, but forgetting to summon your thralls is a really big inconvenience, so I don't have to worry about that as much anymore. Get a few more teleports, which is kind of whatever, but then I also do get this Vampiric Slayer helmet, which I'm probably gonna make. I'm not gonna lie, because honestly, it looks pretty sick. Gommel's Lucky Penny is a pretty interesting item as well. Admittedly, it's not as useful now that I have the Twisted Bow, but let me tell you guys what this does. So essentially, it works like a blessing, goes in your ammo slot, and it gives you a 5% chance of not using charges like jewelry and weapons when you have it on. So if I were to be using this when I had, you know, full crystal Bofa and my Sang Staff, which was my old loadout for chambers, it would save me a good handful of runes and probably some charges on my crystal armor and stuff. So, it's pretty nice. I'm sure I might find some use for this still. Maybe, like, with the crystal pickaxe, it'll save some stuff there. Maybe just if I happen to be using crystal for something and not the T-bow. I don't know. There's definitely some uses for it, but I'm not complaining that it's a little less useful. And to be honest, I thought this was only the Grandmaster tier, but I think I can do this. And look at that thing. You can't really see it super well because it's tiny, but I can actually add the whatever it's called, Gommel's Hilt, to the Avernic Defender. So now I just have this really sick-looking Avernic Defender, and I think that's pretty badass. And it has some teleports on it, so whenever I'm meleeing something, I now just always have teleports as well. I have 1 black mask spare right now, so let me go ahead and pick up all the stuff for this, and let's see what that new helm looks like. Let's see it. Do I just use this on you, maybe? Yes. Okay, I just used it on you. Verzik helmet, which is ironic because I'm absolutely terrible at Theater of Blood. But that actually looks pretty sick. I kind of like that. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like it. I think this might actually be the Slayer helmet I use now. Hopefully, actually I'll go check now. Hopefully I have the points to, if I ever figure out how to get there. If I have the points to imbue this thing, because I'm going to do that before I forget, since, you know, it's probably a good time to do it. Hey, looks like I have some bonus points sitting in here. And I forgot, actually, this is way cheaper now, too, because of the combat rewards. So only 625k points to imbue a helm. That thing it just looks cool. Even the inventory sprite looks kind of cool, honestly. I love it. Obviously, this is where I'm going to cap this video off. I truthfully never think I will make a video better than this. We got, like, 50 or 60 combat achievements done in this one. I don't see myself doing Grandmaster. Honestly, I have a huge gain in respect for people who have done that after knocking some of the tasks out in this video. But, I mean, I guess I'll have to get it at some point. It is Completionist. But, I mean, that's a problem for future me. I will get better at the game, and I'll get all that done at some point. There's still so many things to do. I am definitely not in a rush to get Grandmasters done. But we got the Master Tasks. We got, you know, broke the next dry streak, got some Zariad Vambraces. And to go with our Zariad Vambraces, we got a fucking T-bow, dude. I'm over the moon. If you guys haven't already, like the video, check out the stuff in the description. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to support the channel further, consider becoming a channel member. I'm gonna go use this T-bow, do some raids or something. I don't know. Let's go mess around with this thing. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace out, everybody.